Hi everyone, this is your weekly horoscope for Monday the 17th of September going through until Sunday the 23rd of September 2018. I'm going to give you a rundown of what's going on in the sky every day this week. As above, so below. The energy the planets are forming are going to affect us down here on planet Earth, and I'm going to look at what relationships the planets form every day of this week, and I'm going to give you a day-by-day rundown of what energy you'll be working with and how you can use that to your advantage. If this is the first one of my videos that you're watching, you're very welcome. Hit the subscribe button for updates on future videos, and I also come on live occasionally on YouTube, and what you can do is you can ask me a question, and I use a deck of tarot cards and I will pull a card for you to just give you a free quick answer. It's a mini reading, it's not a full reading by any means, but if you're interested in being notified when I come on live, then make sure the bell is on, because you'll get a notification then. So this week is a complicated week. What I've done is I've kind of put a caveat at the top of it. So the fundamental fear of the week is that you feel disconnected, and it appears in a number of ways. So you feel disconnected from yourself or from a higher power of your understanding, or God, or the universe, or nature, or whatever it is. You feel like there's a block there. So that's going to then come out the sides in a number of ways. So before I go through the days, and before I look at how each of these fears are going to manifest themselves on each one of the days from Monday to Thursday, what you can do beforehand to fundamentally make this a better week for yourself is to really be disciplined this week about your daily spiritual practice, and to sit down every morning or afternoon, or both if you want, to take 5 minutes or 10 minutes to connect with your higher power, to get that sense of love and connection, because that's the biggest thing that can potentially trip you up this week, not feeling connected, and therefore making mistakes or going in directions that you had no purpose or plan to go in. Now on Monday the 17th of September, the moon goes into Capricorn at 9 minutes past 11 in the morning. So the moon in Capricorn is really sturdy, kind of resilient, hardworking. It says, if I work hard enough, I will get to the top. Very earnest. The Capricorn moon conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn is structure. If I put these bricks on top of each other, I will have a house at the end of it. The moon also squares Chiron in Aries. Chiron in Aries is the centaur that represents the wounded healer and past pain. It trines Uranus, the planet of rebellion, and anything can happen, and sextiles Venus, the planet of love and beauty, in Scorpio. So it's a really full-on mix here, Monday the 17th. It's certainly an interesting day. You're likely to take action based on past disappointments and hurts by hitting back. So let's say you hit on a woman at a bar and you say, hey, can I buy you a drink? And you were rejected. It's very likely that if that happens today and you're sitting at the bar and someone hits on you, whether you're interested in that person or not, you're going to reject them anyway just to get your own back. So it's petty day. Monday is being petty and saying, I got hurt, I'm going to hurt you as well. It's not very mature, that attitude, is it? The other thing you need to really watch out for on Monday is someone crosses you, like betrays you, or you feel like this is a disgrace, outrageous, I'm not putting up with it, or you feel like they are doing something that affects you negatively, and they don't care about it, and they make very clear that they don't care. Or if you feel unappreciated by people who are supposed to appreciate you, you're going to kick off today. You're going to make sure that these people know exactly how you feel. So the root of all of this is your pain and your fundamental need to be loved, which you're not getting because you don't feel connected to the universe, you don't feel connected to yourself. So that comes out sideways here on Monday as frustration. And for those of you who are good with your words and who have really practiced tearing other people down by saying things, really be careful, because you have the potential to verbally really eviscerate someone. And there's no need for it. You know, people are doing their jobs, they're there to get paid, they're not there to be eviscerated. And when you don't get something you want, totally just destroying someone with words is not appropriate ever. And then to say sorry afterwards, I didn't mean it, it wasn't my intention to hurt you. That's even more annoying, because at the time when you're ripping someone with your words, you know what you're doing. And you can feel it in that moment. So don't apologize afterwards. And the way to keep yourself calm and to not kick off and to say these mean things on Monday is by meditating throughout the week. I've had something like this happen already. Family member called me in pain, and because of that fear, hurt people. So I'm already getting it, but I have control over my reaction. So it upset me, but instead of reacting and hurting other people back, it's about surrounding yourself in white light and saying, universe, I want contentment and peace of mind back in my life. I'm now clearing this negative energy, and let's hit the Control Alt Delete button on this day and let's start over. And that is usually much more helpful. Now on Tuesday, the 18th of September, we have the Moon in Capricorn conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto is the planet of transformation and change, the phoenix rising from the ashes. And on Monday, we have the Capricorn Moon, which allows you to build things. It conjuncts Saturn on Monday. So Saturn is about structure and security and building something that will stand the test of time. Here on Tuesday, you're able to transform things in terms of your working life so that you can create something that's there for a long time. So the best way to use your energy this week is to be practical, especially on these 2 days here on Monday and Tuesday, is to use that Capricorn energy of the moon to work on projects and to achieve things and to get them done. Now the moon in Capricorn also sextiles Neptune in Pisces, and Mars is in Aquarius on this day, and that squares Uranus in Taurus. So the moon in Capricorn, so an earth sign, sextiling Neptune, the water planet of dreams and imaginations, is really good, because you're able to, the sky's the limit as far as you can see things that could practically be made. You know, you could be somewhere and you could think, wow, another Eden Center here would look great. So some sort of amazing idea that comes via Neptune, Pluto and Capricorn, it can transform the way the world looks, and it's based on you starting this project independently. So on Tuesday, there's less unpredictable emotional energy floating around. You still feel like you need to prove yourself or to feel better somehow. If you feel slighted by anyone, like if someone snubs you or, you know, makes you feel less than, today that's going to come into your life most likely in the working side of things. And that's why, again, when it comes to work, it's best on Monday and Tuesday to listen to your ideas and inspirations and insights, rather than getting into conflict and problems with other people in work. And those arguments and problems aren't going to resolve anything anyway, because it's all about emotions, and it's all about, you didn't find me special enough and you don't like me enough, that's why I'm not going to cooperate. It's very kind of childish, and it's working out your hurt feelings through work, unfortunately, here on Tuesday. So the people who place the most importance on material wealth will flaunt that today on Tuesday, because that's what their insecurity is. If I don't work hard enough, if I don't have enough money, I'll end up on the street, I'll end up in the gutter. So now I have to flaunt all of these wonderful things, my beautiful Porsche and my 100,000 Insta followers and my beautiful face, and it's just insecurity, and you can see that very clearly for what it is today. It's kind of sad when you see through the facade. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You're like, oh wow, you're not this amazing, carefree, Porsche driving, fabulous person. It's all just set up so that we don't see what a scared, hurt little boy you are. Sad. So rather than do that again, connecting with a higher power and finding true love instead of going through that whole thing of material love, and if I have enough nice things then I'll feel good about my life. Never works anyway. So Monday and Tuesday are both good days to do emotional reconnaissance work on yourself and to really get to know the people around you, what drives them, what their fears are, and apply that to yourself too, of course. So if on Monday, because the hurt is going to come out via verbally in work, Tuesday also verbally in work, but also through action by overcompensating for something that you don't think is you have enough of. So if on Monday or Tuesday someone comes into work really just covered in jewels or with a file this thick because they've researched the case for the whole weekend, then that person's insecurity is that I'm not clever enough. That's why I need to research and learn harder than everyone else because I'm just simply not as good enough. And this is a good day to just be an observer and to look at yourself. If you're the person showing up with the big pile of folders from the last 50 years because you wanted to make sure you didn't miss anything, then maybe that's your thing. You don't feel clever enough. And whether you feel it or not has no bearing on whether it's true or not. So that through meditation is another good way of discovering yourself. So all the fear that's going on this week really is about pushing you towards looking within and being a spiritual person and getting to know yourself better so that you can have a better life. On Wednesday the 19th, we've got the moon going into Aquarius at 11:53 in the evening. So it's in Capricorn for most of the day still, Wednesday. So Wednesday is also good to get practical things done, work-related things. The Aquarius moon is much more interested in being of service to humanity than one-to-one. It sextiles Chiron in Aries. Chiron is that wounded healer, remember? So now it's like the whole world hates me and hurts me. The Aquarius moon squares Uranus and Taurus. Anything could happen. And it conjuncts Mars in Aquarius. So Wednesday the 19th of September, the theme on Wednesday is going to be I feel hurt by other people. Other people have hurt me. And on Monday and Tuesday that's more towards individuals, you know, who you envy or who you think are better than you. On Wednesday the thing is going to be humanity is harsh and hurtful and mean, and I have to protect myself because I'm small and I'm vulnerable and people are not nice. So Monday you respond verbally by really being a bit harsh. Tuesday you'll try and prove yourself through work. Wednesday, you're going to prove what an amazing person you are through being charitable and looking good and looking your best and doing something that a specific community applauds. So if you're in the drag community, for instance, and you bring up this amazing new look that everyone's been trying to create but has failed, that way then you're going to prove yourself in terms of how wonderful and innovative you are through this fear of being hurt by others. And I need other people's attention and acclaim and laughter and applause and smiles because other people hurt me, and they've hurt me so badly in the past that now I need to get good reactions. So again, a great place to observe. Look at your friends, the ones who need most attention, the ones who are loudest, and the ones who tell the most jokes. Do you think they had a wonderful childhood where they were told they're loved and adored every day? I think the opposite is true. On Thursday, the 20th, so the last day of this harsh energy, we've got the Aquarius moon conjuncting Mars in Aquarius. So the Aquarius moon now wants you to be of service to other people. Mars will drive you to really help others. And it squares Venus in Scorpio. So should I help others or should I get intimate with someone one-to-one? The Sun is in Virgo and it conjuncts Mercury in Virgo. So when Mercury is conjunct to the Sun, it's said to be burned. It's like this Virgo, the communication planet, is too close to the Sun and can't communicate effectively anymore. It's like that thing in there was this show in the 80s called Dynasty, where they always had these cat fights. And I should have known I was gay at 8 or 7 because I watched Dynasty at 7 or 8, and there was this one amazing scene where they had a cat fight by the pool. But the other thing that was funny was they were pouring out champagne and someone said, "This champagne is burned." And they said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "It's burned, it's been frozen before, so it's no good, it's beneath my standards." And that's what the Sun in Mercury and the Sun and Mercury conjunct being like, because Mercury doesn't make sense anymore. It values the wrong thing, it hurts other people, it doesn't think before it speaks, it's just rubbishy. It's Mercury at its least intelligent. So on Thursday the 20th, you do want to help others, but you also want to feel emotion. So there's that whole humming between, do I help people or do I get intimate? The thing is, because Mercury is a little bit off and you're not thinking that clearly, getting close and bonding and being intimate might be a good idea. Between you and one other person, you crave that contact. You crave to be with someone. And because you can't effectively communicate on this day, this is not the best day to go for a job interview or to present to your bosses or to explain your art to other people. This is a good day to meet your physical needs and to let those physical needs kind of overtake your intellectual pursuits today on Thursday, so that you take good care of yourself physically. And that also means being intimate with someone, and that means having fun with someone else. And, you know, that's a type of healing as well. That's why they call it Tantra, yeah. Two people being together can be this magical act, and, you know, when you really kind of become entwined in each other and you don't know where you begin and the other person ends, or where you begin and where you end, it's just a magical feeling. So on Thursday, a good way of taking care of yourself is by being intimate with someone and not overthinking things and not over talking them, but just listening to your feelings more and taking action. On Friday, the 21st of September, we've got Mercury, the communication planet, entering Libra. Hooray, that's really good news, because Libra is an air sign and Mercury rules Gemini, air, and Virgo, which is earth. But it's about analyzing info and expressing it. And in Libra, Mercury can express itself most beautifully. Also, it's Friday the 21st. 2 and 1 is 3. So this is the day to go for job interviews and to present yourself. Mercury in Libra now opposes Chiron in Aries. So no more being hurt by other people and no more hurting yourself. The moon in Aquarius squares Jupiter in Scorpio, so by being of service to other people now in groups, that way you bring good luck into your own life. So the week of being hurt by others and hurting is over. On Friday the 21st, finally, the first time this week, you're not expecting someone to stab you in the back around every corner. Today is a day of coming back together. You can trust people. And good luck will come via your interactions with other people. So come out of your paranoid, not unwarranted, you know, it has been a tough kind of week. Let go of those walls, come out of your shell, don't be a hermit anymore, reconnect with the world, embrace the world and say, I'm back, you lovely people, I love you all, how can I be with you, you're so wonderful, let's connect. So Friday is a great time to go out and to enjoy yourself and to make wonderful connections with people and to just really celebrate a tough week being over, and also a week which has taught you loads when it comes to spirituality and who you are as an individual and who your friends are. You've learned loads about them. On Saturday the 22nd of September, we have the moon going into Pisces at 12:28 in the afternoon, so just after lunch. The sun moves into Libra, so happy birthday Libras. Mercury is in Libra and it opposes Chiron in Aries. The Mercury in Libra opposition with Chiron in Aries on Friday and Saturday is really nice, because it means that anything you say or the way you think or the way you present yourself is not going to harm you or hurt you. Whereas on other days, Monday to Thursday, if you said slightly the wrong thing, you would have immediately been picked up on it and it would have been shredded and you would have been held accountable and all of these things. And now it's just easier to talk and to relax and to communicate and to find communication something that's lovely and fun and that makes things better. So having, you know, a stimulating chat at a dinner party or going to a museum with a friend and really enjoying the beauty of the world. And it is happy birthday Libra, so let's all enjoy the beauty of the world and the finer things and the more refined things, and let's try to build bridges with people that we normally wouldn't. So on Saturday 22nd, you're able to articulate yourself very, very well. You're able to put your best foot forward. While the sun is in Libra now for the next month, it's a good time to go to for job interviews and to look at kind of career opportunities, because you come across as your most personable, as your most likable self, and people hire people they like or they think that are going to benefit the company in some way. Again, remember that there's absolutely no risk of getting your feelings hurt. That means go out, socialize, meet new people, hit on people if you're interested romantically. Also take risks in your work, go for interviews, communicate with people, put yourself out there. It's very likely that you're going to build a relationship or make a link with either a company by them offering you a contract or starting a new relationship with someone, something like that, because of the energy that's floating around on the 22nd. Finally, Sunday the 23rd of September, it's the autumn equinox. The autumn equinox is when the sun, there's perfect balance between light and dark on this day. Okay, so we're getting exactly the same amount of sunlight as we are the amount of nighttime. So what that means is the days are getting shorter now. If you live in somewhere like South Africa where it's always 6 or 5, where it doesn't really move much, then you're fine. But for the Europeans, it makes a huge difference. So now the days are getting shorter, but this day itself, Sunday, the 23rd, perfect balance, because it is the equinox. The days haven't got shorter yet, they're starting to get shorter. The Pisces moon conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, so we've got all of these amazing loving dreams floating up in the air there. And, wow, the Pisces moon also trines Jupiter, the lucky planet, in another water sign, and Mercury in Libra trines Mars in Aquarius. Wow. So you're able to articulate yourself beautifully. You come across beautifully, you have charm. You wear beautiful things. You also give off this energy that says, I want to help people and I want to do something for the greater good. You also have a great imagination and you can romanticize anything and you can think of the dream situation that you would be in. And by manifesting things like that, allowing yourself to dream, ideally while taking action, you can really bring good luck into your life in the form of a romantic relationship. So Sunday the 23rd, we've got perfect balance. So you have this amazing balance between the spiritual and the emotional this week. So the first 4 days of the week were meant to teach you to listen to your guidance. And now on Sunday, that pays off, because if you listen to your guidance on this day, you're going to get all of the amazing ideas that put you in the right place and the right time. So either you'll get an idea to teach a group of people something about how to love yourself or how to connect with your spiritual self, or you get the emotional guidance to go to this afternoon event that you've been invited to, because it doesn't say why, but it just tells you it would be a good idea. If you get that kind of intuitive message on Sunday, then go to the afternoon garden party, because again, it's likely that you're going to be exposed to large groups of people, and that within those big groups of people, that there's someone who really brings a lot of good luck and who's like a soulmate and who connects with you. The interesting thing about this week is that it's been so black and white. It's been like Monday to Thursday has been like, things are difficult, people are pains in the butt, people will criticize you, they'll hurt you, they'll compete with you at work, they'll try and steal your ideas, they'll try and hurt you. And you have to work through all of that, and the only way to work through that is to connect with a higher power and to realize that we are all people. I've made mistakes in my life, you've made mistakes in your life, but that doesn't mean that I'm out to hurt everybody, nor are you out to hurt everybody. And even people who have hurt others in the past, deliberately or not deliberately, that was in the past, and their objectives may be very different today. So there's a lot to work with from Monday to Thursday, and if you did allow yourself to be pushed towards finding comfort in your connection with a higher power, then that will set you up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to really articulate yourself very well, to connect with the right people, and to start meeting people who are on your wavelength. And then, because the autumn equinox is about balance, it's like the Justice card, the scales are perfectly even. What you put in, you get out. So it's the Karma card. It's the cause and effect vibration that's in place during the autumn equinox. The balances are perfectly scaled. You are now someone who's spiritually connected, vibrating at a high frequency because you've done your best, being present this week. And now in Libra, you're gorgeous and elegant and lovely, and you can express yourself very, very well. So today, if you're single and you put in the action simply of approaching someone and saying hello, it's very likely that you will get a positive outcome to that action. And also that applies to other areas of your life: career, family. If you're in a relationship already, and just telling your partner that you do love them. A lot of people assume that the other person knows, but make sure that you tell them. So this looks like a week where we're going to grow majorly, and the universe doesn't put these problems in our paths just to torture us. There's always a point behind it, and it's almost like we've got a car revving itself up all week until Friday, and you are unleashed into the population. But because you're vibrating well and because you have this connection with a higher power, you really bring the right people to you. Chiron opposes Mercury the whole weekend, so there's no chance of you getting hurt, and you're able to really articulate yourself, communicate yourself, and to actually find someone who gets your ideas and who understands you. Imagine that. That's very rare. So it looks like the difficulties and the having to deal with the pain and to use your skills pays off, because using those skills is going to provide you with a huge payoff at the end of the week, as long as you endure, so to speak, the first couple of days by being disciplined about your spiritual practice and continue to be disciplined with it for the whole of the week. It will give you a great payoff at the end of the week. So that's what I get for you here for Monday the 17th until Sunday the 23rd. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In the private readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The astrology chart, I draw up your birth chart by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify your chart, which is a process of working out your time of birth. If you're interested in that, then please email me. Once I have your chart in front of me, it's a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your talents are when it comes to work, where you've been in past lifetimes, what your life purpose is this time around, why you're here. What are you trying to achieve? And are you trying to achieve it through work, or is it something else? Are you an earth angel, or are you here to make a lot of money? That's something that's really easy to see in a birth chart. It also shows me what's destined for you when it comes to love and health, finance, family, communication, fame, career, hopes and dreams coming true, friendships, relationships, whether it's better for you to work self-employed or be part of an institution. It's all right there in front of me. I use the tarot and the predictive astrology, so the progress chart and the transits, to look at what's coming up in future. So if you want to know what's coming up in your love life or your finances or in your health, I can look at that also. If it's around your birthday, it's a great time to do a solar return chart, because that shows me what's coming up in the next year for you from your birthday to your birthday. So that's also very enlightening and informative. So if you do have any questions that you'd like answered, then please get in touch with me for a private reading. It's gregoryscott.com. Click the book your readings button on the front page, or click on the readings tab to get to the readings page. Order your reading with me. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow for the daily tarots, next week for the weekly horoscopes, and also check out the monthly horoscopes for each sun sign of the zodiac. So watch the one for your sun sign first, and then the forecast for your rising sign second. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.